Today I'm going to show you how to make this new awesome original design called the Railroad Cuff. This bracelet is a nice and thick bracelet. It's definitely advanced, and you're just going to need to know how to make slip knotted bands, and you can see the little knots down the middle that gives it a cool effect. If you don't know how to slip knot bands, I will show you a nice easy method of doing that today. And this bracelet is pretty large, especially I will show you this is my dragon chain for comparison. It's a little bit wider even than the dragon chain, and it's an awesome new bracelet, my original design, and it may take about an hour or a little bit more to make. So without any further talking, here it is, the Railroad Cuff bracelet. To set up your loom for this bracelet, you're just going to need your small bases at the end of 2 bar pins, like so that you've got 2 aligned pins that are facing to the right, so the arrows are pointing that way. Unless you're left-handed and you use your left hand to hold the hook, in which case you would want them facing to the left. But I'm right-handed, so facing to the right. We're going to take our first color, and this is going to be our fishtail that goes along the edges of this bracelet. I'm going to use black, and you're going to place it in an X over 2 pins, and then skip 2 pairs, and then place another X like so. So we're going to have 4 pegs by 2 pegs as our little area that we're going to work with. And next we're going to take our first color for our inside bands. I'm going to use rainbow and clear. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot out of these 2 bands. And how you're going to do this is take them like this, place one on top of the other, and then stick your hook in here behind this one and pull this through, so you've got a little slip knot. If you didn't get that, don't worry, I'll show you how to do it again in a second. For now, you're going to place this here on just these 2 pegs. You won't place them on these 2 center pegs, you'll just have them going right above it. Now you're going to place more of your outside bands and just push down on those. And I'm going to use clear next for my slip knotted bands, so I'll show you that again. To make the slip knot, you will place 1 band over the other, hold that in place, put your hook into this hole, through this hole, grab this band with your hook, and pull it back through like this. And pull it nice and tight so it won't come undone, especially with these jelly bands, that can be a problem. Make sure you got it nice and tight, and place it on just as we did with this red one down here. And you may want to pull on a little bit and make sure that the slip knot is towards the center of this little section right here. Now you're going to place another pair of your fishtail bands, and so now that we've got 3 of these fishtail bands over here and on here, we're going to, oops, I just launched mine off, here we go. We're going to bring these up by first going into these bands that we have here on the inside of them, that's important, and then grab that bottom band, pull it up and over, and you're going to pull the bottom band on this peg up and over as well. And you're going to do the same thing on this side, but it's a bit trickier. So you're going to go inside these two bands, come around and grab this lowest black band on this peg, pull it up and over, and then this peg is nice and easy. Just take the bottom one, pull it right over. Now take the next bands for your center. You're going to use orange, and you're going to make the slip knot. Go in there, pull it through like so. Make sure you got a tight knot. Place it across these pegs, and then you're going to place two more black bands here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Bringing up the black bands, go inside all three of these bands and grab that black one and pull it up and over. Same thing for this peg here. Now go inside all three of these bands that you have here. Pull this black band up and over. Same thing over here. Now push down so you got room for your next layer. Since I'm alternating rainbow and clear, my next layer is clear. Make sure you have one band on top of the other. Create this slip knot here. And again, the jelly bands do tend to be a bit more troublesome with the slip knot, so make sure you pull those nice and tight. And then place some more of your black bands. And we have 4 of these slip knotted bands. We're going to wait until we have 5 to do anything with them. So we're going to go into these again and grab the back band and pull it up. Same deal here. And we're going to do the same thing here as well. Go in those bands, grab the bottom one, pull it on over. Same thing here. Alright, next, take your slip knotted bands again, and place them on these pegs. Now, your outer bands, just as usual. And you're going to bring these up just as you have done before. Make sure you're on the inside of the slip knotted bands. Pull that up, and then pull this one, and then go inside these. Pull that up, and pull this one up like so. And now you can see that we have 5 of these slip knotted bands now. So what we're going to do is go inside of these first 4 bands. So we got those like this. And then you're going to grab your bottom band and pull it through all 4 of those bands and over to the middle like this. We're going to do that on the other side as well. Go into, I'll show you like this, into these 4 top bands so that you can grab that bottom band and pull it over. Now you are going to have a steady repeated pattern. It will be slip knot band, on these 2 pegs. Step 2, place your black bands. Step 3, bring up the black fishtail bands in the same way that we have done before, making sure to go inside of the slip knotted bands. And then the last step is to go inside the top 4 slip knotted bands and grab the bottom one and bring it over. So, once you've finished your sequence, you should have 4 bands here and 2 bands for your fishtails. And then you're going to continue by placing another pair of slip knotted bands, and this is the same repetitive sequence beginning with the slip knotted bands and then adding the fishtail bands, bringing up the fishtail bands, and then bringing up the slip knotted bands. Yep. So I'm going to show you this sequence one more time, and then I'll show you how to finish the bracelet. Make sure you got your slip knotted bands nice and tight. Then your fishtail bands. Bring those up. And then bring up your slip knotted bands. So now my bracelet is nice and long, as you can see, long enough to go around my wrist. And so I have just finished a sequence, so I have 4 slip knotted bands and 2 normal fishtail bands on each peg. And what we're going to do once you've got it just about long enough is stop placing the slip knotted bands but continue to place the fishtail bands, and that's how we're going to get rid of the rest of these slip knotted bands. So first, place your fishtail bands on and then bring them up just like you've been doing. And then you're going to go inside these 3 bands here, grab this 4th bottom band and pull it over. Do the same thing on this side. Go inside these 3 bands, pull it up and over, like so. And you're going to do the same thing again. Take 2 more fishtail bands, place them on top of your other ones, and grab that bottom one, pull it over. And now you're going to go inside these 2 top bands, grab this 3rd bottom band, pull it over. Same thing on this side. Then place some more of your fishtail bands, bring them over. And now you've only got 2 left, so you're still going to go inside this top one, grab the bottom one and bring it over. Same thing here, inside the top one, bottom one, bring it over. You're going to place another pair of your fishtail bands and take this last slip knotted band and pull it over. And you're also going to bring up these black bands. Now you are going to want to place one more pair after you've gotten all of your slip knotted bands looped over, and you're going to bring up the bottom band on each peg just as before. And now you should have two bands on each peg. You're just going to take that bottom band and bring it over on each peg. Bottom band over. Same on these two pegs. So you should have one band on each peg. What you're going to do is take one side and pull it carefully, very carefully. Make sure not to drop this over to the other side. Same thing over here. Very carefully take this over to your other peg. And now you're going to go grab a C-clip so that you can finish up this bracelet. Actually, you're going to need two C-clips in this case. So take your first C-clip, get these two bands on there, and now grab your other C-clip and get these two bands as well secured with the C-clip, and then you can take it off the loom. Now you can pull this around, and using these two clips over here, you should have two little X's here where you first started your bracelet. You're going to grab those X's with your C-clip so you can get your hook on those two bands to put them on there. Same thing with the others. There we go. And now you have your completed reversible railroad cuff bracelet. You can pull it out, straighten it out if any of the individual bands have trouble being straight. And there you go. There's the one side. There's the other side with the more wavy pattern. Let's see, I'm going to put it on real quick. And there you go, the completed railroad cuff bracelet. Remember to leave a comment and like this video and subscribe to Epic Bracelets for more awesome stuff like this coming soon. Thanks for watching.